How I grow 1,000 new followers every single day. Let me just, all right, that's better. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how any of you can grow up to 1,000 new followers every single day. And here you have some screenshots of some of my videos. So here, for example, I gained 11,000 new followers, 43,000 new followers, 12,000 new followers, 13,000 new followers, 92,000 new followers, 33,000 new followers, 151,000 new followers from one video. That's pretty crazy. That was cool. And here, 9,000 new followers. Another screenshot here, you can see that I was gaining about 1,000 new followers per day. And here I peaked and I was gaining about 30 to 40,000 new followers per day. Yeah, that's crazy. And I'm just showing you this so you can see that the strategy that I'm about to walk you through, it kind of works, right? But it didn't just work for me, it also works for my students. For example, Ciara, before we started working together, she had been posting for 8 years straight and she was stuck at 28,000 followers. And within 3 months, she grew 100,000 new followers. Osvaldo grew 46,000 new followers, Drew 17,000 new followers. Matt, I mean, he basically started from zero with me. He had 180 followers. And Dr. Jordan started with me 2 months ago, and he already grew 50,000 new followers. So yeah, this strategy, it worked for me. It worked. I mean, it's still working for my students, and it can work for you too, but it will only work if you don't just watch the video, but you watch and then you take massive action and you're consistent with it, because those results didn't happen overnight. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this too. And by the way, before we start, if you want to work one-on-one with me to grow your page, build a stronger personal brand to attract more clients and scale your online coaching business, you can click the link below and book a one-on-one call with me. It's going to be directly with me. And yeah, I'll see if I can help you. All right, so 6 key steps I use to grow a following of ideal clients. Step number 1, you want to define exactly who you're creating content for and have one clear person in mind. It's extremely important to know who you want to help. You're not creating content just for the sake of having more followers, just to be cool. No, you're trying to grow an audience you can actually monetize. So your goal should be to really understand exactly who you're trying to help, who you're trying to serve. And I know it may sound super basic, but you really need to know clearly who you're creating content for, who you're speaking to in your videos, because it's going to make the whole process way easier for you and your videos will perform better. You're going to have better engagement, more comments, more shares, saves, and everything. Otherwise, it's almost like throwing darts blindfolded, hoping to hit the target. It's an absolute waste of time. If you're creating content and you're posting videos every single day and you're like, yeah, I'm just going to be super consistent, but you don't even know who you're trying to help, I promise you it's going to be a waste of time. So what I do is very simple. I want you to think of some of your best clients and just create content for them. It's that simple. You just want to think about your best clients, and before you create content, you think about, how can I give value to my client, Sean, for example? How can I give value? How can I teach a lesson to my client, Kristen? How can I inspire? How can I motivate? How can I give as much value to my clients? If you do this through your content, what's going to happen is you're going to create better quality content that's going to attract the kind of people who could become your clients, which is, the goal. So be clear with exactly who you want to help. Step number 2, you want to write down their top 10 biggest pain points. So knowing who you're creating content for is great, but understanding their biggest pain points and creating content around those pain points, that's really what's going to take in your page and your business to the next level. That's how you're slowly going to become their solution. You're slowly going to position yourself as the person who can save them, the person who can completely change their life. And the more you're going to do this, the more you're going to put out, the right kind of content where you speak directly to their pain, the more they're going to feel like they have to be a part of whatever you're creating, because you're going to speak directly to their deepest pain. And they're going to feel like, oh my God, like this coach, he's speaking to me. He knows me. He understands me. He's gone through exactly the challenges and the pain and everything that I'm going through. And I promise you that when you start doing this, it changes everything. And there are 3 ways to do it. You can brainstorm, obviously, just be like, oh, okay, what could be the 10 biggest pain points? You can use a Google search trick that I'm going to show you in a minute, or you can ask ChatGPT. So let's do it together. Okay, so let's imagine that our niche is going to be weight loss for moms. This is a bit too big. All right, cool. So what could be some of the biggest pain points that moms who wants to lose weight have? How to lose belly fat. This is very easy. How to lose fat from arms. This is something a lot of women want. They're like, oh, I want to lose right here. This is something that I always hear. Or how to fix changes. This is something that a lot of moms also are trying to figure out, right? So I just came up with 3, and now you're like, okay, cool, but I don't really know, what else I could say I could add. So what you could do is you could just go to Google, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And you're going to type your niche, weight loss for moms, boom, and then you're going to go right here. People also ask. And basically, those are the most common questions people have in your niche. And you always want to click here on the arrow so you have more. And those are the top questions people have in your niche. And here you can find more pain. And last thing is you can go on ChatGPT. So one prompt that you can use, let me try to find it right here. Boom. You can use that prompt. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, so this is okay. I work indie, and then you insert your niche, and I want to create content that actually hits my audience where it matters. I need you to give me the 10 biggest pain points and then you insert your ICP so I can speak directly to their pain and attract the right audience. Very simple, this one work. And when you do these 3 things, you're going to collect the 10 biggest pain points. And this is a very important step before moving to the next one. You need to have this list of the 10 biggest pain points. Now, step number 3. For each pain points, research the best performing videos in your niche and model the formats that already worked. So for this one, unfortunately, I can't really do it with you because on the computer, it does really work the same way as it works on your phone, but you can just pick your phone and you basically, for each pain point, so you have your list of the 10 pain points, right? For example, how to lose belly fat. You wanna type down some keywords. For example, lose belly fat, or, lose belly fat moms, or lose fat arms. And you want to just play around like this in your search bar. And then your goal should be to search for the best performing videos. So every single videos with over 1 million views. And what you're going to do is you're going to save them. And the goal is going to be to model the format, the hook, the style, sometimes the music. You don't want to copy and paste everything. This is not what I'm saying. You're going to just tweak a few of these videos. You're just going to, make it your own way, but create your videos based on what already worked for somebody else who's in your niche. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. That's a mistake a lot of people make. Number 4, interrupt their pattern. Your first job is to stop the scroll, and you've only got 3 seconds to do it. The most important part of your video is the first 3 seconds. You want to focus on your hook. You want to test different styles. It can be written, verbal, or visual. And, I help a lot of people, right? Because this is what I do, and I have a lot of one-on-one calls with my students. And sometimes I go over their videos and I'm like, can you tell me what's happening in the first 3 seconds of this video? And they're like, I don't know, nothing. And I'm like, yeah, nothing is happening. Your video has literally 0 chance of getting people's attention. You have to realize that people are driving and they're scrolling at the same time. They're watching TV and they're scrolling at the same time. They are, I don't know, cooking and they're scrolling at the same time. They are at the gym in between sets and they are scrolling at the same time. They are sometimes even on a date. Kind of diabolical, but yeah, they are on a date and they're scrolling at the same time, right? So you really want to focus on these first 3 seconds. You want to take the time. You want to stop the scroll, because if those first 3 seconds are not good, people are not going to watch your video, and you will basically just waste your time shooting a video that's just not going to be seen by many people. Okay, so before we move on to the next one, I want to show you real quick 2 videos with pretty good pattern interrupts. So let's start with this one. Let me do this.
Fried eggs are bad for your weight loss process. Scrambled eggs are good, and hard-boiled eggs are excellent.
So here, there are a couple of interesting things. First of all, he starts the video and he goes straight into saying fried eggs are bad for you. If you scroll and you watch a guy saying, hey, this is bad for you, it's gonna grab your attention. That's the first thing. The second thing is he has a strong visual hook with the 3 different egg types. So now your brain is trying to process what he says, what's written, but also the visual hook. And then the third thing is he picked something that's pretty relatable. I personally eat eggs every single morning for breakfast. Most people eat eggs in the morning. So now what's going to happen is you watch this and a lot of people are going to feel called out, and they're going to feel forced to watch the video because it's like, I want to know what this guy has to say, right? So this is the kind of, and on top of this, he's switching fast to the next information. It's easy to save, easy to share. This is a great video. Let me show you the second video. Boom. All right.
Lest you want to be broken by the age of 40, this is not how you should.
Okay, you see how she starts? Unless you want to be broken by the age of 40, if you're 35, if you're 30, if you're even 25, and you watch this, you're like, I don't want to be broken by 40. What do you mean? And you're going to watch the video. That's the first thing. The second thing is, watch this. She starts the video.
Lest you want to be broke.
And she's kind of upside down. So when you scroll, your brain is not used. And this is the thing that you guys have to understand. People are going to stop the scroll when they cannot predict, when they don't understand what's going to happen next. If you already know, you're like, I know, yeah, I've seen this. I know, okay, yeah, I know exactly what he's going to say. I know exactly what he's going to do. But when you don't know, your brain has to stop and process what's happening to try to understand, to make a decision whether or not you're going to watch the video. And this is what's happening here. She's doing a great job at, first of all, with what she says. Second, with the way she she's kind of upside down. And the third thing is the cuts are super fast, and boom, she's already
broken by the age of 40.
She's already in a different spot. And watch this.
Is not how
she's saying, unless you want to be broken by the age of 40. And then she's like, this is not how you should
stretch for.
And she's picking an exercise that most people are doing. This is like one of the most common stretching exercise. So now most people don't want to be broken by the age of 40. Most people are doing this exercise, and she's saying, this is not how you should stretch. So now she has everybody's attention, and everybody's going to watch the video.
Leg day. Here are 5 stretches that you should do.
So this is great. But what's interesting about both of these videos is that the information is pretty basic. I mean, there's nothing, it's not rocket science, it's not something incredible. But the reason why they worked is because there's so much happening in the first 3 seconds that people are almost forced to watch. And this is really like the biggest takeaway for you for this step 4. I think it's step 4, yes. I want you to put more time and effort into the first 3 seconds of your videos, because even if the information is great, even if whatever you have to preach and say is amazing, if you cannot get people to watch your video in the first 3 seconds, then it's a waste of time, because all of the time and energy and effort you're going to put into the video, it's basically going to be for nothing, because people won't watch it. So focus more on these first 3 seconds, and I promise you, your engagement, your views, and everything is going to get to a whole different level. Let's go back to the Miro board. Number 5, have a unique perspective and approach when you talk about the solution to your ICP's problem. Don't be like everyone else. One of the biggest mistakes I see is people posting with no method. Don't do that. This is probably one of the worst things you can do, and for your page and for your business. If all you do is just repeat whatever Google or ChatGPT says, first of all, it's super boring, but it's just gonna make you look and sound like everybody else. What you wanna do is you wanna have a unique approach. It could look like, for example, lose fat without tracking a single macro, get a 6-pack without doing any cardio, have a Hollywood smile without shaving your teeth. Or one of my unique approach is I help my students scale without doing any cold outreach in the DMs, without running any paid ads, and without doing daily call to action. That's one of my things. You need to find your own method, your own unique perspective or approach when it comes to your process to get your clients results. Otherwise, like I said, people are not really going to care. And if you want to work one-on-one with me to grow your following, build a stronger personal brand, and obviously have more clients, you can just click the link below and book a call. It's going to be directly with me. We're going to go over your content, your page, your offer, your goals. And if I feel like it's aligned with what I do with my students, then I'll walk you through how we can work together. And number 6, you want to study and analyze your analytics every 20 days, because they will show you exactly what you need to double down on. And this is what I teach in my method, or part of what I teach in my method called the 20x5 blueprint. I almost broke it down to science, to be honest. So basically what you want to do is you want to post 20 videos, and then you want to look at your analytics. And the 2 most important metrics are watch time and number of shares. And then you want to go over your 20 videos and you want to identify the 4 or 5 with the best metrics. But for this, what you want to do is you want to sit down and you want to study, because you want to understand why certain videos perform better than others. You know, you can go to the comments, you can pay attention to your hook, the format, the style. You really want to understand, why did that video work better than that one? And the more you take your time with this, the more you're going to be able to understand how to, or the changes you need to make to improve your videos, which will allow you to grow faster. And then you recreate 20 new videos and you repeat this for 100 videos straight. I guarantee you, whoever you are, whatever you do, if you follow this framework and you post 100 videos straight for 100 days, it's going to completely change your business. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.